Co. I'm Danae. October has always been my very favorite month. I feel to my bones the quote from Anne of Green Gable, "I'm so glad I live in a world where there are Octobers." From sweater weather to the leaves turning, football season, soups, and of course, Halloween, I just can't get enough. So in honor of the best month ever, I'm going to share with you some of my very favorite fall quilts. First up is, without a doubt, the West family's favorite quilt of all time. One that gets used year-round and can be found on any bed, any given day of the week. It's this Halloween Haberdashery quilt by Melissa Mortenson of Polka Dot Chairs, and I added 2 blackbirds from Thimble Blossom's Fallville pattern. For this quilt, I swapped blocks with some of my very favorite in real life quilty friends. And for me, it's quilts like this that have blocks made from people who I know and love that makes them that much more special. But I don't want to trick you into thinking that that has anything to do with why my kids love this quilt so much, because it most certainly does not. What they love so much about this quilt is the cuddle backing. Next is my Belle Halloween Economy quilt, which I packed as many of my favorites into as I possibly could. From fussy cutting these adorable Belle and Boo Halloween characters to straight line quilting 1/2 inch apart, all the way to this amazing flannel backing from my very favorite Bonnie and Camille line, Vintage Modern. I started quilting after Vintage Modern came out, but that hasn't hindered my love for it one bit. As a result, I've probably paid a little more than I should have as I've been collecting it over the years, but it's totally worth it because it's that good. A few years ago, I was on a road trip with my husband going from basketball tournament for our daughter to a charity event at a hospital my husband works for, back to another tournament, and I had mapped out a route based on all these little local quilt shops that I wanted to go to along the journey. You could definitely say that I was striking out left and right, but I did find a few goodies here and there. So as we got to the last shop on the route, I said to my husband, we can skip it if we want to, but he talked me into just going for it, and I'm so glad he did, because when I walked in and turned the corner to the sale room nonetheless, that's where I found 3 different colors of this amazing Bonnie and Camille flannel backing. So I bought 5 yards in 3 different colors, and my only regret is that I didn't buy more. So the moral of the story is hitting the jackpot once is definitely worth striking out. So whenever you're on vacation, be sure to check out all the local quilt stores because you never know what you're going to find, possibly even on sale. Next up is my Little Miss Sawtooth quilt by Melanie from Southern Charm Quilts. While I was working on my Belle and Boo Economy block quilt, she was hosting a sew-along for her amazing Little Miss Sawtooth pattern. My Instagram feed was full of amazing and adorable quilts and blocks. When I finished my economy block quilt, I had so much fabric left over that I decided that I was gonna make my own Halloween version of her Little Miss Sawtooth, and I'm so glad that I did. I backed this quilt in Platinum Gray by Shannon Cuddle to give my people what they want, and quilted it with a pantograph called Cosmos. One of my quilty goals this year was to sew my stash before purchasing new fabrics. I had this Spooky and Sweet fabric bundle for well over a year and had been searching for the right pattern for it, and I just couldn't find it. At the same time, I happened to be completely in love with this amazing Free Charming 9 pattern written by Maureen Cracknell and Sharon, Holland. And then it finally occurred to me to put the 2 together. I had it quilted in spider webs with these adorable little spiders throughout. I did let the team down a little by not backing it in Cuddle, but instead choosing this adorable print from the line. At least I'll always know where this quilt is because I'm assuming the kids won't be stealing it anytime soon. Okay, same story, different quilts. This log cabin was having a sew-along while I was working on my Charming 9 quilt. As soon as I was finished and realized I had a decent amount of Spooky and Sweet left over, I found some coordinating solids in my stash and had even more low volume from my Belle and Boo Economy quilt and Little Miss Sawtooth quilt left over. I knew I had to jump in and do it. It was the last week of the sew-along, but that didn't hold me back, and I'm so glad that it didn't, because I absolutely am in love with this quilt. I plan to back and enchant and cuddle because I'm a giver like that, and hoping to have it ready for Halloween 2023. This last one is Patchwork Pumpkin that I made back in 2017 using Sundrops Jelly Roll by Corey Yoder. The pumpkin pattern is from Lori Holt's Farm Girl Vintage book, and I just made 12 of them and then decided to add 3 borders, which I absolutely love the look of, but was definitely questioning my sanity while sewing them. I hope you're having a fabulous October and have found time to snuggle up under your favorite fall quilt. Be sure to like and subscribe this channel for more tips, tricks, tutorials, and quilty chats like these. Happy October, y'all!